Okay. Can everyone hear me right? Is the audio levels all right? If so, then we can get onto the stream. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. Tis life, could be worse. I see we already got some messages into the chat. Juicy, wee, 2 whole days. Why? Why would you show me something if I couldn't have it? Why would you do this to me, Ra? Stop edging me. I think that first comment is going to really set a precedent for the stream. So let's keep that energy up, the edging energy. So we got here, Myper character that I can't read in this font. Hello, Abudi. Great to see you here, man. You're always like the first guy here, and it's very appreciated. Glad to see you here. Cass, hello. Welcome to the stream. Who else we got? Croggy Mania, hello. We're obviously going to be discussing chapter 86 today. Had the chapter review out the other day. I'm going to start going forward to do chapter reviews and like discussion streams. You know, just maximize views. So all you guys like regular Ragnarok anyway, and I'm trying to go quite hard at the moment on the regular Ragnarok content just because it gets views, and I'm trying to. The channel's been on a bit of a downward spiral since probably since the second Ragnarok video got really big and blew up on the channel. It's kind of been trickling down from there, so we're trying to boost up with some more regular Ragnarok content. Obviously, we've been doing the character analyses recently, where Lubu 4 and Zeus's one came out yesterday. Adams is all done, and I'm currently writing the script for Poseidon's, so I'm glad they're appreciating the prediction video with Simo. Seems quite well, so we're probably going to be doing the Rasputin one fairly soon, so lots of cool stuff on the channel. Back to actually reading chat though, because we're just going to get behind like always. Skeletor's Rose, what do you mean by let's keep the edging energy? If you just read the first comment in the chat and you'll know what I mean. What we got? Realist medal. Is that medal or medal? However it's said. Yeah, Susanoo is the fanboy, and I love it. The fanboy energy, the history nerd energy is. It's not what I expected at all from Susanoo, to be honest. Like, we've got someone subscribing. Don't imagine it's anyone in the chat, because it usually isn't, but Ryan Schroden, welcome. Yeah, as I was saying, I kind of expect Susanoo to be like, either like a wild drunk, or, yeah, that was like my initial idea of what I was imagining Susanoo to be like, but, you know, stoic and history nerd, I'm all for it. Susanoo, Susanoo the Chad himself is here. Hello, welcome to the stream. The volume is a bit low. That's absolutely thanks. I'll try get onto that. But knowing my setup, it's probably going to not make a single lick of difference. But hopefully that is a bit louder now. If not, turn your volume up. Sorry about that. New Monogatari content will boost the views. Yes, the new Monogatari content will hopefully do quite well. I am working on the next Monogatari video in the background. It happens to be. I'm sure loads of you don't care about Monogatari, so I'll be quick with this. But I'm doing the Karen B analysis, and Karen B is quite a disjointed arc. There's a lot of just random scenes that kind of string together, so it makes writing the script for the analysis a lot more difficult than it has been for the past arcs I've done. So I am working on the Karen B video at the moment, but it's very much in the background while I'm focusing on the regular Ragnarok stuff at the moment. But yeah, hopefully with the anime coming back, it's gonna do some good for the Monogatari videos on the channel. Simpsono, no Mikoto. Yeah, he really is a simp. Susanoo himself is here. Susanoo the chat. Well, judging by chat so far, we all seem to like Susanoo, which is good. I'm glad. He was my most anticipated god, so I'm very happy he's here, and probably gonna be quite strong. I'm curious if the Okuta hate has died down any more from this chapter. Probably not. We have got like all the Shinsengumi here as well, and their designs are very cool, but it's obviously just Requiem Shogun design, so I can't give too much credit for that. Abudi, I don't even watch the series. I still watch it to support the channel. Man, it means a lot. But what I'm getting from this is just go watch Monogatari, man. Just watch it, you'll love it. Who do you think has the best god design? Mine is between Susanoo and Apollo. Mine's probably Apollo. He's up there. But that might be a bit personal bias because I've spent the last few weeks like sewing Apollo's outfit, so that probably has biased me to like it. But yeah, Apollo's up there. 4, I quite like 4. I wouldn't put him high up there. Zeus is just classic Zeus. It's pretty good. Poseidon's, I do like Poseidon's. I wouldn't say it's like my favorite design. Not the I like Heracles's. It's nothing special, but it's fine. I like Shiva's design a lot. Who else we got? Zero's is a lot of the lucky gods have really sick designs. Zero's is fine. Hejun's is fine. Buddha's is sick. Hades, I like Hades. Yeah, Hades is pretty good. I like Beelzebub's. It's fine. It's like I like the priestly parts. I like the fly parts. And is that all the? Oh, and Susanoo. Susanoo's is really good. I'm curious if we'll get. I don't know. Ignore. Yeah, so Apollo's probably my favorite. Is what I've worked out there. I guess there's Odin's. Odin's got sick design too. I love Odin's design. The Cass Apollo's design is my favorite. Yeah, it's just a great design. It's really dumb, like how it's constructed. It's a bit like Qin Shi Huang's, where like it is just a ridiculous design for fabric. Like I know because I've been making it, but Apollo's vest is like it's like a vest that's a V-neck on both sides, but the V-neck goes down to like the waist. It doesn't have sides. The sleeves are just kind of attached underneath the shoulders. And there's a belt that there's like a belt thing, but it isn't a belt because it's attached to the skirt bit, which is 2-layered. But then there's also like a sash that goes over the shoulder, but then under the belt thing that seemingly is just connected to everything else. It's really dumb, but yeah, it looks cool though. I've just nerded out on the weird specifications of Apollo's outfit, but you know I'm gonna do that as my stream. I tried to get into Monogatari, but the chronological order had me confused, to be honest. Yeah, well, I'd say the chronological thing is like one of the biggest strengths of Monogatari storytelling. Like you can watch in chronological order, like only after you've actually watched it first, like properly. Like it's quite fun to rewatch it in chronological, but the story doesn't hit anywhere near as hard as if you do it that way because the story's kind of designed to be watched non-chronologically, if that makes sense. I'd say Loki is a sick design. Oh yeah, Loki is. Loki's got the weird holes in his palms. But I imagine we'll get some kind of transformations from Loki in his fight. I'd like to hope. Beelzebub's design is pretty good, simple but awesome. Yeah, Beelzebub's is just it does what it needs to do and it does it quite simply. It's like with the exception of like maybe like Adam and Zeus, it's like probably like the most simple design in Ragnarok. And Ragnarok characters are just so like they almost look over designed. I don't think any of them are, but their outfits are so intricate, and their designs like they have really elaborate designs for like characters that need to be drawn like constantly. So yeah, their design's pretty good. Not likely, but it would be cool for Simo to be shown since the round has to deal with Slayers, even if he's just commentary. Yeah, like it's really hard to predict when we're going to see fighters appear before their rounds because like, there's plenty of fighters where like Tesla or Raiden or Apollo, Leonidas, where we don't see them till their round. So like with Simo, Rasputin, we could get them beforehand, we could get them in their rounds. It's just so hard to predict. I don't imagine most people would have predicted that after round 9 we just would have got introduced to both Anubis and Susanoo. I don't think anyone was predicting we'd just meet them both. So you know it could be cool. I'd like to see Simo now. I'd like to see Rasputin, to be honest, because it's the only time we haven't seen yet. But, you know, they could just appear for their match. It is hard to say. I really hope we get to see Amaterasu and Tsukiyomi and Susanoo's backstory. We're really lacking on female gods. Yeah, I'd love to see them. Don't know if we will, to be... Like, let's be honest here. Zeus... Does Zeus even mention Hera? I don't think he does. Artemis is literally just Apollo's weapon. Poseidon's lovers are just the names of his moves. You know, it's very rare for us to get like the female characters in mythology actually in the series, so I wouldn't count on it. I'd love to see it, but it wouldn't surprise me if we never see them, or he just names moves after them. MV University, hello, welcome to the stream. Anime Master, your volume is low. Yeah, we've worked that out, but volume's on max and it's not making a difference. It's a problem on my end, so sorry, there's not much I can do about it. Ragnarok has some great designs. Chin, Apollo, Poseidon, and Buddha being some of my favourites. Yeah, Qin Shi Huang's is great. Again, it's a bit like Apollo's. it's really dumb how it's constructed, but it's really cool. AMV University, I'm ready for the fan backstory stream. Oh, the fan backstory stream will be the next stream. We will. I need to work on the thumbnail for it, because I've got something quite funny for the thumbnail for that. So we will be doing that soon. Ragnarok hot take. Hades shouldn't have fought and analysed the fights. Having an analyst different than Brunhild and Hermes is a good change of scenery. Yeah, Hades' commentary was, like, really good. But then at the same time, I love Ares' commentary, because Ares' commentary is just wrong, and then Hermes just goes and corrects him. I don't know. The thing with Hades is it'd be cool if he showed up earlier to do more commentary, but it kind of makes sense for him to appear at the point that he does. So I don't know. But yeah, he did give some good commentary. I want more Nostradamus commentary, to be honest. I think he would be fun. And get Qin Huang back to do some commentary as well. I think that'd be fun. Or Jack. I think like any character would give good commentary, minus like 4, because it's 4. Where are we up to? I hope Chin and Shiva give their takes on the fights. Yeah, Shiva's another one where it's a bit weird we haven't, because he was giving commentary throughout round 1. He does. Round 2 he does. I don't believe he does in round 3. I've just reread it for the Poseidon video. I don't believe he gives any commentary round 3, but I could be wrong about that. Anubis is gonna win, baby. Also, we don't need female gods because it's not necessary. I guess with the female, like, I guess the thing is that, like, any character in the backstory, like, isn't necessary. You could, like, you didn't have to do Python in the Apollo backstory. You could have changed that to Artemis, and you still could have told the same message. I don't know, like, I guess from a representation standpoint and just cool characters in mythology we'd like to see, I can see why there's a desire for it, but I guess it isn't necessary. And Anubis winning, yeah, we will wait and see. We'll wait and see. At least one god is going to win. Like, at least one more has to win. So, what are your thoughts on characters like Balder and Sif appearing now that it seems the focus is shifting to the Norse pantheon? All I'll say is I wouldn't expect any other Norse characters to show up. But I would like if they did. I don't think Balder's showing up. I just think if he was relevant, we probably would have had a hint of him, like, so far. And then she, like, died in Odin's backstory or something like that. But I imagine Odin's backstory is going to tie more into Siegfried and like Brunhild and stuff like that. So I wouldn't count on it, but I'd like to see it. I got you for Wukong and Alkong's backstory. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Am I the only one that got the impression that Buddha looked pretty weak in between Odin and Beelzebub last chapter? How would you rank the 3 of them power-wise? Buddha, we need to... I don't know. I'd probably have to reread the fight. Buddha was pretty injured after his round. So it depends how much he's recovered. But then at the same time, Beelzebub's round was sooner, and he also was very badly damaged from Tesla. So I think Beelzebub beats Buddha. But I think it's just a bad matchup for Buddha. I'd put Buddha and Beelzebub around the same level. It's just they're a bad matchup for each other. So I don't think Buddha beats Beelzebub. Odin, I've got, like, Odin seems to be like Zeus level. But then if we want to take the 4th statement, he's weaker than 4. No, I think he's probably, I think he's still weaker than Zeus, but I don't think by much. So I guess if they're fighting each other, I'd put Buddha last. But I don't know. It's hard to say. Obviously, this was that moment was to, like, rank up Odin, so it's going to make Buddha look bad. And Beelzebub coming for the save. I don't know. Well, we'll have to see more. But I think all 3 of them are not too far off power wise. I think there's 3 of the stronger gods in general. Baldur's Gate reference. I want Loki versus Nostradamus, Battle of Crazy Guys. Well, anyone who's watched the stream, because they go on all the time, that is my matchup. I want Loki versus Nostradamus. That is my preferred matchup. But we will wait and see. What are we up to? He does have 1 eye, no divine weapon. Yeah, that is a good point. He is nerfed at this point, Buddha, but then it depends how much nerf Beelzebub is as well. He confronted him relatively unscathed in the goofy costume. Yeah, Odin power-wise, like power, what's the word? Like, irrespective of how strong he is, he has the balls to just confront Odin. So That's pretty cool. Also, remember, he does just outspeed Zeus. That does happen. Like, you could argue Zeus isn't going full power and Buddha can see the future, but still, he just outspeeds Zeus, so that's funny. Just watching your Zeus video, I feel bad for the dragon that got destroyed. Yeah, it's fine. In the anime, it doesn't happen because the anime couldn't afford to animate a dragon for some reason. It's not the anime. But yeah, that poor dragon. And here's like a Mandela effect. I was convinced for so long that was Fafnir. Like in my mind, it's full on just stated that was Fafnir. But that's obviously not true because we now know that Siegfried killed Fafnir. So that wasn't Fafnir. But I don't know why for so long I thought that was Fafnir. It isn't, but that's what I thought for so long. But yeah, that poor ass dragon. Also, yeah, thanks for checking out the Zeus video. It's getting some mad traction at the moment for some reason. People like Zeus, I guess. Where are we up to? To be fair, we don't know if Buddha really knows how strong Odin is because Buddha's an outsider. Yeah, I feel Buddha's got a good head and shot. I think Buddha's pretty good judge of strength. But yeah, as you said, he's an outsider. Yeah, compared to most of the gods, he's really not been in the heavens long at all. Like, he wouldn't have been there for the last, like, vote for Annihilation, would he? I can't remember what the timeline, how many years apart that is. But I have a feeling he wouldn't have been there for the last one. Aphrodite was originally on the roster but got removed. I think the author doesn't want women to fight. He probably has something against women. Yeah, Aphrodite got... Did Aphrodite get replaced with Poseidon? I think. Was that who replaced Aphrodite? I think it was Poseidon. Yeah, Aphrodite... Yeah, I guess there's always a thing about women fighting, which is why we have Majo Tyson to fill that void of just women going ham in battle. Which, side note, I'm slowly catching up. I'm now in the Marie Curie fight, and that is a mad fight. I'm loving it. Marie Curie's like one of my favourite characters in that series now. But yeah, it's weird we don't have any women fighters, but I guess not. Like, we technically could get another god fighter as a woman, but like I kind of doubt it at this point. Netflix didn't have the budget. Netflix didn't... I don't know what the hell's up with that anime. The soundtrack's good, I'll give it that. I also think... I don't think the art style helps at all. I get why they chose that art style, because it's like... It's almost like a cost-effective way to deal with, as I was saying earlier, the overly designed, like highly detailed characters. It just doesn't work, though. I just don't think the art style does the anime any favours. It just makes it look cheap. And like, obviously Netflix didn't go as hard as it could, but like, I imagine the budget for that was still pretty like insane, just because animation is just incredibly expensive, just in general. Where are we up to? What did you think about Loki's love for Brunhild? A lot of people say that it came out of nowhere, and to that I say, we've barely seen anything of Loki, and like the story's now focusing on him, so I don't think it came out of nowhere. I just think it wasn't important at this point. I like it. It adds a lot more. I like when the characters exist outside of their rounds. So like Leonidas, for example. I love Leonidas. I'm a big Leonidas defender, but like he is isolated to like round 9, and that's about it. Like I guess his death inspired Okita a bit, so we could get called back to that in this round. But like in general, it's not too important. But then now that we're having characters like Loki having stuff outside, it at least adds a dimension to his character beyond just, you know, his fight. And I quite like when characters have that. I think it's cool. I think it's going to lead some conflict with Siegfried. Obviously, in myth, Loki leads to Ragnarok, so I've always thought Loki would be quite an important character, but like he's definitely tying into Ragnarok as a whole, like the event of Ragnarok and Siegfried and Odin and all that stuff. So I think it's gonna be quite important. Do you think Thor and Loki know of Odin's plan? I don't think he would have told them. It wouldn't surprise me if Loki's worked it out. I don't think Thor knows, and I hope Thor doesn't know, because I'm really interested to see Thor's reaction to it. So I'm hoping Thor doesn't know, just because I want that to be a bit of a plot point. Loki just like me, to be honest. I have a feeling Okita will awaken to surpass Sasaki. I have a feeling Okita will surpass Sasaki. I don't want him to because I love Sasaki, but at the same time, it's possible. I think the swordsmanship Sasaki does and the swordsmanship Okuta does are just going to be treated differently. I just have a feeling they're going to be treated differently. Sasaki's more about skill and like growing stronger through defeat, and I think this is just a gut feeling. I think Okuta's going to be more about willpower, emotion, and stuff like that. But I don't know. Fairy Tail has some of the best written female characters. Also, I think Ufotable would do a good job at the series. I have yet to get to Fairy Tail, but given Eden Zero has some pretty good writing, I'm inclined to believe Fairy Tail does as well. And to be honest, Ufotable would do like most series really well. Like, Ufotable would be like probably my dream studio to adapt Record Ragnarok. I'm sure there's other great ones. Mappa would be good. Obviously, Bones I think would do quite a good job. No simping. This is a Sigma stream. God dang, he need to chill with Buddha to get his Riz. I think now he is the best time for a draw to be able to see all humans fight and also New God later. Oh, the draw matches. The thing with the draw matches, we've been saying the draw match since like round 7. People have been going about the draw match. I do think with the themes currently presented, this wouldn't be a bad round for it. Because obviously I don't think Okuta loses. I don't see that. I didn't see him losing. There's a lot of like foreshadowing and like narrative parallels that make him losing seem a bit weird. However, he does want like a great death. So this could work for that. But at the same time, I can kind of see the fight ending with a Sasaki-like moment. Like when Sasaki says, it's not bad to win every once in a while. Okuta might say something like, it's not bad to live once in a while. Something like that. I can see that. I can see him learning the lesson that what he desired wasn't like a great death. It was just to live longer with his loved ones or something like that. It wouldn't surprise me if Okuta's childishness like is played up a bit to the point that in story I think he will have died as an actual child, rather than real life where he died like in his early 20s or late teens. But I can see his death being earlier in the manga, and so it's more that he missed out on being with his family Shinjingumi. So based on that, I think he probably will survive. But this is a good idea for the draw match. Personally, I want I want Loki versus Nostradamus to be the draw match. Mainly because, very headcanony, but I don't know how they're going to play Nostradamus' future sight into it, considering Sasaki does something similar, as does Buddha. So I wouldn't mind it if Nostradamus has already seen the end of Ragnarok, and so the actions he's taking is in order to facilitate that future, like the certain steps he has to do to make sure it happens, and one of those being him forcing a draw, or even if we don't want to do that draw match, I'd like if Nostradamus lost on purpose because that fulfilled the future he saw. I just like that. I think that's a pretty fun idea, and it would make Nostradamus have like almost like this tragic sacrifice for the greater good, even though he himself seems like this chaotic force for just this chaotic force. That's really headcanony and fan theory. Where are we up to? You should check out Fable's song for Buddha called Anything is Enlightened, my playlist. I'll have to give that a look after the stream. Biggest fraud in Ragnarok so far. I got Leonidas, bro. Was hyped up just to give mid-diff for a casual Apollo. I mean, I'm like the one Leonidas defender. All I say is Leonidas hit Apollo like once, and Apollo was down on his knees. Apollo hits Leonidas. I've got the exact number somewhere, but it's roughly like he hits him like 9 times and then shoots him with like 11 arrows or something. And after that, the narrator just states that Leonidas and Apollo have taken equal damage, meaning all of those attacks from Apollo did the same amount of damage as like one strike from Leo. So I think it's more the case of just Leo's just immensely powerful, but he just cannot hit Apollo for the life of him. And it's also stated, if you reread the fight, it isn't that Apollo's just massively faster than Leonidas, which is what I thought. Like, they specifically say that it's Apollo's footwork and technique that allows him to keep dodging and like landing blows. So it's not even like Apollo just has just a massive speed advantage. It's because, as we see in the final clash, at least Leonidas' movement speed is equal to Apollo getting shot at a bow. So Leonidas can move fast. He is a fast character and can react to light speed attacks. It's just he was just outskilled. Like, Apollo just skill classed him. But in terms of like raw stats, I think Leonidas is really, really impressive. That said, I don't think the fight does him any favors, but I will defend the Leonidas fraud allegations at all costs. Where are we up to? I keep missing. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? I love Sasaki, but I love my tuberculosis murder hobo. He took another person's name. What's your favorite Valkyrie design? Mine is Tesla's. Gull is like my favorite Valkyrie, and I really like her design. Other designs, I like Brunhild's a lot. Alvaters I like a lot. Glocks I like a lot, or Flock, however you say it, I like hers a lot. I can't remember her name, but I really like Leonidas' Apollo. Leonidas' Valkyrie a lot. Where are we up to? Ares is marrying Gol at the end of the series. No, we're not shipping Ares and Gol. It's just weird. We're not doing that. The size difference alone. Though, what I've discovered is Simo and Gol is like a weirdly common ship. I came across a lot of fan art of that the other day, so that was fun. Frud has got that Domi Mommy energy. Since when was Buddha considered an outsider? It seems like Zeus respected Buddha before he betrayed them, of course. Also, why would Zeus include an outsider in the roster? I assume by outsider, it's more like he's like the only. I think he's the only god with the exception of him and Heracles were both humans that became gods. But I guess the difference is that Heracles like physically turned into a god, where Buddha was just a person that reached enlightenment and just gained godhood. So I don't think it's that he's like outcasted by the other gods. It's just that he originated on the mortal plane, which is obviously a bit different considering how elitist a lot of the gods are. But I think Zeus trusted Buddha. I don't think Zeus had an issue with him, to be honest. I can believe it. My money's on Oki. Just saying it would be cool for whenever Anubis fight. He would get a special arena being near the pyramids, a big open standing arena. I'm always for special arenas. I think the special arenas are just cool. I'm so glad we got one now. But I don't know how many more we'll get. This is like the second one, so I expect at least one more by the end of the series, but I don't know how many more. I think Okuda died at 28 in real life. Oh yeah, so even late 20s. Yeah, I imagine in story he will die as a child rather than like a 28-year-old would be my guess. Nostradamus self-sacrifice theory, lol. Yeah, I like the Nostradamus self-sacrifice theory. I think it's cool. What do you think about Cain? I feel it would have been cool if he had been the first murderer and would have maybe been a fighter for humanity. I don't know if in canon he is the first murderer, given him and Abel like just bullying each other, like him bullying Abel in the stage. I don't think he was the first murderer in story, but I think Cain would have been cool. All I'm saying is I'm going to do a plug. If you read one of my my written novels, Contest of Genesis, maybe Cain's involved in that. Just saying. I don't know whether I don't think links it in the description of the stream, but just search on my books. Cain's relevant in one of them. The true fraud is Loki. Leo is a Chad. We put respect on Sparta's name. Play the Sigma theme song. Yes, let's get some Sparta hype. What I've noticed a lot is a lot of the comments on my round 9 video have been stuff to the effect of, I didn't like round 9, or I thought Leo was a fraud. You've changed my opinion a bit, and I'm glad that I've managed to open people's eyes, because I'm not sure what the general consensus for round 9 is, because I see a lot of love, but also a lot of hate, so I'm not sure what the overall consensus for round 9 is. I love round 9. It's probably my 4th favourite round. I'm all for it. But yeah, I understand why people don't like it. Do you think that there should be more Greek characters in the manga? No, we don't need more Greek characters. We've got enough as it is. I don't... Unless Adamus goes and fights, I don't see any reason why we'd get any more Greek characters introduced. So I don't think we'll get any more. But this is Ragnarok, so we might get like 7 more Greeks, and they all have spears. Also, like, I would like to just meet all the Olympians. Like, why can't we get that? Because I want to know who the 13 Olympians actually are. Because it's not accurate to mythology. Because number one, Hades is one of them, and usually Hades isn't one of the 12 Olympians. He's like separate. And anyway, even with the 12 Olympians, there are like changing members. Like sometimes Dionysus is a member, sometimes Hestia is a member. Those two they kind of switch depending on the myth. But obviously, it seems Artemis isn't actually like an actual god, which would leave a spot open, which I guess. But no, because Hades is here, so Hades is knocking off a spot too. I don't know. And also, is it weird we haven't seen Hephaestus? I just have seen Hephaestus, the one who made the weapons of the heavens. Just would have been someone we've met by now. I don't know. Yeah. Where are we up to? Round 9 is the only match where I changed the match. Round 9 is the only match where I changed the matchup of the fighters, honestly. You're not the only Leonized defender. I love Leo. Zeus of all people called his power absurd. Yeah, he also, he deflected an attack that Zeus said he'd be the only one to be able to defend against in the heavens, and it's just he reacts to the fastest attack in the verse. Is it though? I guess Fist as a pastime is fast and light, so I guess maybe not that, but I think he is more impressive. I just don't think the way the match presented doesn't do him any favors. Sky Dragon, hi, and welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. The fan base was the one that really hyped up Leo, to be honest. Yeah, expectations is a big part of why I think people think Leo's a fraud. I mean, the amount of people that were just convinced it was a fact he was in the final round fighting Odin with 2 Valkyries was shocking. How many people just thought no, it's fine thinking that could happen, but a lot of people convinced, and if it wasn't that, they'd be disappointed. I mean, the manga itself does hype him up though. He is hyped up with Jinshi Huang and Nostradamus in round 3, and before anyone says that in story Bruno wasn't considering those 3, they were just flashing by. The fact the author chose those 3 to highlight them when the scene is about who's strong enough to fight Poseidon, it is to hype him up. He is meant to be a hyped fighter. He is get hyped up by the manga itself, so it isn't all fans, but at the same time, it is mostly fans. What if Adam wins? All I'm saying is that, if Adam wins round 2, which he could have, it was very much as it said. It came down to random chance where the blood drop hit. If the blood drop hadn't hit, there's a good chance Adam could have just won. But if Adam did win, how quickly could he heal up? Because hear me out here. As shown by Zeus in round 6, he was willing to just go out and fight again. Meaning if humans you can fight again. So if they healed Adam up, just send Adam up and clean sweep all the gods. I'm just saying, if Adam had fought any god that wasn't Zeus, maybe you can make an argument for Beelzebub, because the skill set there, but you could have just had Adam just doing a clean sweep through the tournament. It would have been very funny. Wasn't Poseidon's ring a special battleground? Yeah, Poseidon's was, but all of the rounds are different, if that makes no. Round 1 and 2 are. Round 3, most of them are themed. Round 9 was slightly themed. There were statues and stuff on it, and round 8 had a moat around it. A lot of the rings do have Hades have skulls around it, but in terms of a themed arena, I mean whether the theming actually matters to the fight. The Poseidon water doesn't really mean anything in the fight, but London does, and assumably Kyoto will, if that makes sense. Where are we up to? Love round 9. Apollo is in my top 3 favorite gods. I just can't vibe with Leo. Fair enough. I think that's fine. Apollo's probably my favorite god in the series. Yeah, I'd say he is my favorite god in the series. And Leo's one of my favorite humans. But if you don't vibe with Leo, it's fine. At the end of the day, it's a manga. I don't think we should get too heated on people's opinions on manga. It's fair enough. I've missed a load here. I will still slander Leo, but I love him. I mean, hot take. Although I don't think Leo beats Poseidon, I don't think it's a bad matchup. I think it's quite a good matchup for Leo, to be honest with you. I will not elaborate on that, but that's my hot take. I've always liked Leo. Is my opinion on Apollo that changed with backstory? Yeah, for me, I always liked Leo, and I wasn't a big fan of Apollo, but by the end of the match, I almost liked him equally now. Apollo really won me over with the match. When do you think Chin will return, and how will Adamus react to it? Because he was pissed after Hades' death. I hope doesn't get his arm back. Because we saw Shiva just get his arms back. I'd rather Qin Shi Huang didn't get his arm back, because I think it's more symbolic. I reckon he'll show up. If he doesn't show up this round, I think he'll show up next round. I'm trying to think of a human fighter that would be good for him to commentate on. And I'm not sure if any of the remaining ones seem... Like, I thought Leo would have made the most sense for a fighter for him to commentate for as a fellow king. So, I don't know. And I'm sure Adamus will be pissed. I think Adamus is going to be plot relevant to an extent, but I'm not sure to what. There was also that Leonidas would have this spear and shield. Yeah, it's the idea that Gol and Brunhild would be two Valons for him, and I just thought, that's just fanfiction to the hell of it. Like, and he was obviously going to have a shield. Like, that was like probably the most obvious prediction for like a Voland in the series, that Leonidas should have a shield. But then people were annoyed he had a shield, so I don't know about that. Leo to me is like the one friend I love to tease, but I still love him. I remember like in the first early streams where I'd just be sitting there in silence because we haven't got enough chat going on. But like now I'm really struggling to keep up. Where are we up to? Wish they gave Leo a spear. I mean, his Valkyrie's name means spear, so that's something. But like, he had to have a shield. It'd be really weird for a Spartan not to have a shield. Like, it's just so iconic. Leonidas duel Valon's Furies were stupid, to be honest, like pure delusion. Yeah, they're weird because I don't get where this second Valkyrie comes from, because like I guess some people don't think all the humans will fight, which I just think is weird. I think it's really like, that's just like, it'd be really scummy of the author to introduce 13 humans that are going to fight in Ragnarok and then just not let one of them fight. It just would be a really weird narrative choice to me. I just don't think it'll happen. But, you know, that's just me. That's why I'm so for the draw idea, because I just personally do not see a world where we don't get all the humans fighting. It just would feel weird to me. Where are we up to? Maybe Hephaestus isn't around because he doesn't want to be anywhere near Aphrodite. That would be quite... Doesn't Hephaestus also just steal Ares' wife in myth? That's pretty funny. Fun fact about Dionysus: he was originally the successor to Zeus before he was reincarnated. That is very cool. Dionysus, like in the myths, is an absolute powerhouse. Like he canonically in Greek myth has a second form, like an anime transformation. It's hilarious. Yeah, he is just like, in terms of like feats in Greek mythology. Yeah, we're powerful in Greek myth. He's like very, very strong. Same with Apollo. Apollo's pretty strong in Greek myth as well, and Ares is an absolute bum, which is funny. Adam Sweep. I've noticed a trend: the more basic the humans for London ability, the lower the difficulty, while when it's the opposite, the higher the difficulty. Yeah, I guess so. I guess that is a trend. Adam would sweep. It'd be amazing. Could Adam copy Buddha or Hercules? Yeah, it's Heracles, not Hercules. I'm getting elitist here. Or Heracles' moves, since Buddha and Heracles was born inhuman and became a god. I always took it Adam can copy human moves too. But even if not, like Heracles is now a god. Like, his body is now godly, so that shouldn't make a difference. Buddha, on the other hand, is different, because I don't know if Adam can copy Buddha's like future sight. The reason I don't think it is from all the description we're given of Adam, is that it specifically is to do with his eyes. He has to lay eyes on the move. Same reason I don't think he can copy Sasaki's trace, because that all happens in the mind. So I don't think he can copy that, but that's really up to interpretation. Anyway, it wouldn't matter, because if Adam ever fought Sasaki, there's no reason to copy Trace, because no matter how much Sasaki traces him, as soon as Sasaki throws the move, Adam will just counter in real time. So it's completely pointless for him to copy it anyway, because like Eyes of the Lord is just a better trace. Seth, you forgot Sirius Poseidon is top 1 in the... Sirius Poseidon is not top 1 in the goddamn verse. Poseidon, like, I love Poseidon. I think he's an amazing character. But Poseidon wankers just piss me off. It makes me not like the character, because I get sick of him getting wanked to hell by people. Okta is the best one. Okta is going to be absolute top. Oh, Mr. Graham. I I don't know how far back I am, so sorry if you've been in the chat for a while now, but welcome to the stream. Great to see you. I still don't understand why Raiden was choosing. I still think Muhammad Ali would have been a better... Why Raiden was chosen. Why Muhammad... Yeah, but in verse, we don't... In verse, bloody... I don't know, who's an unremarkable historical figure? Let's say... Who's an unremarkable historical figure? I guess if they're unremarkable, they wouldn't be historical figure because they wouldn't be recorded. Okay, let's just say Calico Jack the Pirate. Calico Jack in verse is just top tier. He could be a bum. Same with Muhammad Ali in verse could be a bum. We don't know. Raiden's strong. Raiden's very, very strong. He almost defeated a Chief God. It was a high-diff fight against a Chief God. I think Raiden's overall a bit like underrated as a fighter. But I don't think you can make an argument of why was this character chosen over this character unless we see the other character in verse, because we just don't know how strong they are in verse. And Raiden is him, because Raiden, fun fact, is the only character outside of Zeus who starts the match before Heimdall says anything. He just drop kicks Shiva. Absolute Chad. But yeah, Raiden has the strongest muscles in human history. So he is just immensely powerful. I feel like Adams just reflects anyone in heaven since he reflected the serpent's attack. Well, the serpent is a god in verse. Like he is called a god, so I don't know. I think it's just if he sees a movie, he just redo it. That's how I always took it. Which god fighter from the fan stream do you like the most? Also, did you look at Smite to get some of the backstory for the gods like I suggested? I haven't looked at Smite yet. I've got a notes page of stuff like that's written on there of the stuff I need to look into for that video, because I need to start writing the script for it soon, which means I need to do the stream about it first, and then we get all the ideas. But yeah, I need to get the script written for that because April's coming up, and I want to get that funny video done. Which fight from the fan stream do you like the most though? There were some cool ones. Spaghetti Monster's just Mimi. I like Quetzalcoatl just because they're fighting Oppenheimer. I think that's pretty funny. There was the Shark Guy. I can't remember his name. Shark Guy was pretty cool. Maui was cool. There's a lot of cool ones. Owl Kong, the dragon guy, he's pretty cool. Poseidon Brain Rot is my favourite form of content. What if Simo's Valons are bullets that each do different things? Oh, that's a good idea. Tracking bullet, flashbang. Oh, I want that. I really want that now. That'd be really, really cool. I don't think we're going to get it now that I want it, but that would be amazing. What do you think about the idea of a tag team final battle, 2v2, something like Odin and Ark versus Kentoki and Siegfried? I mean, I'd love that. I think a final tag team match would be sick as hell. I'd be really down for that. I think that'd be cool. I don't know how likely I think it is. I did see, actually, I saw a good theory that the extra gods in the final round will be Siegfried, but Siegfried will be like a vessel for Arke. So like, or Ark, I don't know how you pronounce it. So Odin resurrects the primordial god, but needs a vessel, and that's what Siegfried is. That's what Siegfried's for. That's why Siegfried's important to Ragnarok. So Siegfried becomes the vessel. So the final match is Kentoki versus Siegfried, but it's also Kentoki versus Ark. I think that'd be cool. Yeah, there's more to the theory than that, but that was the gist of it. Adam can't copy Kyojiro, Qin Huang, Beelzebub, and Buddha. Yeah, could he copy Beelzebub though? I know he can't. He can't see it, but I'd have to go back and look. But like when Beelzebub uses spear, does his hand not vibrate? Or am I imagining things? Because if his hand's physically vibrating, I think Adam can just see that and do that. But in terms of Qin Shi Huang, I don't know. I feel he might be able to. I don't know. I'd have to reread and work out exactly how he does it. But yeah, I don't think he can do trace. Bro, we need a room tour soon. If you want to do the room tour, the issue, I've wanted to do the room tour before. I filmed the room tour before, but the room's never at a point I'm happy with to enough that I want to show it, if that makes sense. I've got a lot of stuff, like, because I'm a massive figure collector, so like I've got empty spaces on my shelves for figures that will arrive in like a year, so it's unfinished. But I will try to. If you're thinking of by notes, do you mean the ones behind the chat box? Because Yeah, that's what the note. I assume that's the notes you're talking about. That's the notes on the wall. It's the Seven Deadly Sins wanted posters. I made that years and years ago. It was just a weekend project. I thought I'd remake the board. That's what that is. But okay, well, I'll try do the room tour. It would make more sense for the room tour to be on the second channel, but I'll see what I can do. Oh, great! It's the once a stream letting the cat out the room. Let's see how long she stays out before she comes back in. Where are we up to? Justin Malik. If you could have one Volond in real life, what would you want? I assume we're limiting it to the ones we've seen in the series. Otherwise, I can just say any weapon that does anything. But probably Jax is probably the most useful in real life because you can just make stuff. Well, no, you don't make stuff, but turns. Actually, no, Jax isn't that useful actually because why do I need to turn things into gold killing weapons actually? Like I was thinking, Adams is great, Jack's great because you can do it on anything, but like I don't need god killing weapons really. But I guess I can make a lot of money with that because I could turn them into super strong versions of stuff. But Lubu's I don't have much need for. Adam's Knuckles are cool, but like not really that cool. Saki's just kind of a sword, two swords. Qinshi Huang's is pretty cool. Pauldrons that turn into a sword are pretty cool. I mean, there is one really obvious answer, but I'm going through all the options. Raiden's is kind of useless to me because I haven't got super strong muscles. Who else are we missing? Oh, Leonidas is pretty cool, but it's only combat focused. The obvious answer is Tesla's. Like, why? Who wouldn't want Tesla's? It's just an Iron Man suit that can teleport. So yeah, obviously Tesla's. Where are we up to? Lug, the Irish god of light, who is basically the Irish version of Achilles, and Sanada Yukimaru would have been my mention during the fan stream. Lug, I know. I don't know about Sanada Yukimaru, so if you want to mention anything about them, they sound pretty cool. My history knowledge and mythology knowledge is not immense. It's pretty big, but it's not massive. Who do you think? I have a feeling Okuta's sword is his Volond, or is it something different? I imagine it will be his sword. It'd be weird if it wasn't. But what it can do to make it different from Sasaki's, I don't know. Who do you think will win Ragnarok? Honestly, I'm leaning more to the gods. I think the gods is more interesting. I think that's a more interesting development. That said, if I had to bet money on it, I'd say the humans. I very much think, like, this, the way I look at it is, again, this is just my opinion. I've read the series dozens of times for videos, so I'd say I'm pretty well versed on the series, but at least from what I've seen personally, the series makes a big point of going on and on about the critiques of the gods, da 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 da, and it never does that for humanity. Humanity, even in like round 4, like humanity as a whole is never really critiqued at all. Like in overall, I'd say the series is like a big love letter to humanity as a whole, and due to that, I don't see the authors letting humanity lose. Even if I think it'd be better, I do think it will just be a standard humans just win Ragnarok. I think the gods' opinions will change by the end, but I don't think it'll be the gods sparing humanity. I think humanity will just win. That would just be my safe prediction. But I would love for the gods to win. I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be a more interesting option. Hades would have shown. I'd love for the gods to win. I like their dynamics more than the dynamics between humans. I hate how isolated the humans are. That is a really good point. Like, we actually see interaction between the gods. With the humans, it's like Sasaki hangs around with Kondo and Okuta, and that's about it. I'd like to see Nostradamus. Like, there's the side story where Nostradamus goes to watch the match with the other human fighters, but then, like, for various reasons he doesn't and ends up watching on his own. I'd love to see Nostradamus actually go hang out with someone because I think that'd be really fun. The cat is coming back in. That didn't take long at all. Oh. I cherish Sasaki and Okuta's friendship. Yeah, that's another reason why Okuta has to win. because we can't tear away Sasaki and Okuta's friendship. Honestly, I love Sasaki and Kondo's friendship. I think their dynamic is great. It's okay, Seth. We all know why you're not doing a room tour. You're hiding all the Aries X Skull fan art. I'm gonna get. Oh, I just realised Valentine's Day is not far off. That gives me an idea for a video, actually. We'll see if we do that video, but that's just giving me a good idea. Adam can't copy Chin. He needs the sight to see Crocs, which Chin was born with, and wouldn't be able to use the full power of Chin martial arts without it. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know, because he can like morph. He can physically change his body. Like, he grew claws when he copied the serpents. So can he like copy like weird eyes? I don't know. I like, again, I'm not saying it one way or the other. You very could be right, but I don't know. I'd have to reread all of the Chin stuff to work it out. But I agree, he wouldn't be able to use. He probably wouldn't be able to do it. I don't know. I really don't know. You're a legend for the 7 wanted posters. Thanks, man. Yeah, they were. That was a fun project to do in a while. I like doing stuff like that. Also, Adam shouldn't copy Chin because his durability is very low and the eyesight would backfire on him. Yeah, it's a bit like Trace, where it doesn't matter if he can copy it or not. It's just there's no point in him doing it. I'd love to see Simo and Rasputin hanging out with each other until one of them is called to fight. Just imagine that. We get, let's say, next round Simo fights, for example, and they go to get Simo, and they go in the room, and Rasputin's there. And then, like, Gold does some reaction like, wait, you're the White Death? I thought you were Rasputin. And you just see, like, Simo walk out of the side room with just, like, 2 cups of coffee or something. And the two of them are just chilling before they're round. That would be hilarious. And the dogs are around, because it's Simo's room. We'll have all the dogs there. I really want Simo to just have loads of dogs. I think that'd be great. You've created the monster. Stop with the Aries X Goal agenda. I don't even like the Aries X Goal agenda. I think it's weird. I'm not for it, but I did create it. At least we're not talking about Loki and the horse for once. It hasn't been mentioned this stream yet, so that's good. Sanada Yukimaru, also known as a hero who may appear in 100 years, and the #1 warrior in Japan, is a samurai. I think I know who you're talking about now. Is samurai known for his defense and last stand of a Sakakata? Yeah, I definitely know who you're talking about. Yeah, absolute legend. Yeah, I might have to have a read up on this guy, because I do vaguely know who you mean now. We should do another fan roster with anime characters against the Ragnarok gods. That's pretty good. Okay, next stream we got to do the fan roster backstories. And I would see if I can squeeze that in before next chapter. If not, it'll be the one after that chapter, but that is on the list. I will try to remember. Never asked you what did you major in for uni. I did zoology at university. I have a degree in zoology. So, science of animals and stuff like that. So I'm quite knowledgeable in that stuff. I think the claw was an effect for us, the viewer, when Adam copied the serpent. Really? I assumed it's just... He just does it. Like, it would be a bit weird. Because surely if you want to do it that way, you would have just shown the aftermath of the attack and, like, Adam just normal. And, like, he can copy any divine... Like, it says any divine technique, and that was a divine technique. So, at least to me, that's how I interpret it, that he can do that. Again, Adam was happy to fight Zeus with a weapon. So, like, again, it wouldn't... I assume he can copy, like... I imagine he can copy, like, weapon techniques as well. Just by, like, instead of, like, if he copied, like, a spear technique, he wouldn't, like, grow a spear, but, like, he would, like, do this, and then, like, replicate the spear attack with his own body, something like that. But I don't know. We will never know, because we're never going to see Adam fight anyone else. So, we just won't know. All we know is that Adam's just really strong. So that's something. I feel like we'll get the age old question of, would Adam actually beat Shiva? And the answer is yes, of course he would. Zoology sounds like fun. Yeah, zoology is a very fun degree to do. My current career isn't all that related to it. I did go into a similar field. I was an ecologist for a while. But I left the field because it wasn't, the pay and hours were pretty horrendous, and it was quite a depressing industry rather than being an industry that tries to promote environmentalism and protection of wildlife. It kind of, the industry is more focused around finding, like, basically making contractors and builders and stuff like that conform as tightly to the law as they can to get away with as much stuff. So it is protecting nature, but it's more just helping big companies destroy nature legally than actually any protection, which is why I left. A big rant about why I left the ecology industry, but I was an ecologist for a while, but it was quite a depressing field. I do hope to one day get back into a different aspect of the zoology. Like, I love conservation, but conservation does not pay well, if at all, and in my home country it's pretty lackluster as an industry in general, so it is what it is. But yeah, zoology is a very fun subject, and I love the subject. I love animals, I love biology, it's all great stuff. Going back to fantasy, humans fighting gods, since Anubis was really hyped to fight, do you think that pretty much sets up Anubis for around 11? I don't know. See, that would be cool, but then Shiva was hyped to fight in round 2, and then didn't fight till round 5. So I don't know. El Cid, a knight who fights on both sides of a war, can come out respected by both sides. El Cid was an absolute Chad. I listened to a podcast on El Cid fairly recently. Yeah, absolute Chad. History podcasts are great as well. I do love a history podcast. How many viewers we got? We got a whole 12 people watching. Let's go. Imagine if Anubis gets edged till round 13. I did say we have to keep the edging energy up, didn't we? So that's the edging energy coming back. I just don't see as funny as it be, I just do not think Anubis is final boss material. The thing is, like, in terms of, like, we all think Odin's going to be final or penultimate. So I guess next up is going to have to be Loki or Anubis. I'm leaning more Anubis because I think Loki's going to be quite important. So I guess that just leaves Loki and Odin, who are both going to be very important to the end of Ragnarok. So I'd say it's fairly likely Anubis will be next. I mean, you know me, like, everyone knows that I want Susanoo in the final round, and it obviously isn't. So do not count my predictions as gospel or anything like that. I like how little we've actually discussed the chapter. I think there was a mention at the beginning of stream of Susanoo being a history nerd, and that was about it. Did anyone else find it really funny that they mentioned that, because multiple spectators were injured in this fight, that we've decided to do precautions, as if that hasn't been a thing in most of the rounds? Like, round 1, the hammer almost goes into the crowd. Round 8 has chaos going off. I feel like most of the rounds endanger the crowd. So it's just really funny that this, like, Apollo's arrows were the thing that made them say, too dangerous, this is too dangerous. Do you think we will ever know the original order of the gods? Thor was first, and Shiva second, and he was 10th, and Zeus was supposed to go last. No, I honestly don't think we will. It's funny though, because obviously the gods, like, had a set roster, like, order, and the Brunhild wanted Lubu first and Adam second, and she obviously wanted Leo to fight Apollo. That's kind of it. Like, she did this. And Jack for Heracles. But beyond that, there was just, like, no order to the humans. Brunhild is, like, continually showing to be so bad as team manager. It's unreal. She just gets lucky a lot. Prediction who's Orcatus Valkyrie. I'm trying to remember what the silhouettes look like. Let's pull these up. Pull these up and we'll have a look-see. Valkyries Ragnarok. Okay, so we're going to need to switch to screen. Okay, yeah, that was fun. Screen record doesn't have any audio capture. Great, yeah, I've just because I couldn't see chat because I was switched over. But you saw me hovering around the Valkyries for like 6 minutes in silence. Yeah, I get there's no sound, guys. I get it. Thanks for telling me afterwards. Okay, I need to. Okay, let me fix. Is this working now? I think. Cool. Okay, just to recap what I was saying. I think Rasputin. That's the only one I'm confident. I'm confident that's Rasputin for some reason. And I think this one here will be with Okuta. I don't have anything to go on there, but that's what I'm saying. Okay, back to normal stream. After that horrendous thing. That's great stream for absolutely amazing stream for. It's a good thing I didn't linger on that any longer. I just wouldn't have known. Valhalla actually cares about crowd safety is absurd. That is the most absurd part of the whole manga. In my interpretation of Zeus, he despised Buddha since he's a human living and acting like a god. That makes Zeus sick, particularly because of the backstory I gave Adam and humanity. Yeah, Zeus pretty chill then. I think the order of the god fighters will be Odin next. That would be a twist. And I'm not opposed to it. I think that'd be fun. I'm really not opposed to that. And next round is a twist, Anubis, then Loki. That's pretty fun. There was this guy who explained why he thinks Okuta was chosen over the other members, and his reason was because Okuta died early. Then he couldn't become stronger if he didn't die. I guess that makes sense. We're at there. The spread of Valkyries is probably my favorite in the whole series. The issue with the spread of the Valkyries is because all we have is silhouettes. It's so hard to predict Valkyries because we don't know any of their personalities. We don't know their names. We don't really know their designs. It's a shame. For the anime fighter versus God, Gojo from JJK versus Beelzebub, the greatest sorcerer at the top versus the god that fills himself at the bottom. That's pretty fun. Do you think Jack's Valkyrie, Huang's Valkyrie, and that third one about their side are triplets? I could be wrong. Isn't it? Or was it the data books? I swear Alvatir and Flock are just like confirmed to be twins. I don't know where that would have been said. I don't know if that's true. Or that's just a fan thing. But I feel they are. The third one, maybe. There could be. We're missing... Like, Gaul's the youngest. Alvatir's the... Flock's the third youngest. And Alvatir's the fourth youngest. So that other one could be the second youngest. And could be. You know this manga called Tengen Hero Wars, which has volume covers that are like Ragnarok and Matter of Titan, but the series is more of a war manga than a tournament manga. I think I've been recommended this before, and I have yet to read it, but if I've got two recommendations, that really needs to get me to read it. I think I'm the only fan to not really like Adam or Round 2 a lot. Yeah, I'd say that's an unpopular opinion. I'd say most people love Round 2. And, I think it's fair enough to not like Round 2. We're all allowed our preferences. Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough. And personally, I think Round 2, it's my second favorite round. I think it's amazing. I mean, it personifies a lot of why I love Record of Ragnarok so much. But, if you don't like it, that's fair enough. I think it just looks cool. Gojo at the top, versus Beelzebub at the bottom. Why'd you have to put it like that, man? The Shinshigumi so far are my favourite crowd of any fighter. Yeah, I guess they've already got a lot going for them because they have, like, very cool designs and they've already got, like, well-developed personalities, like, from Requiem of Shogun. So we've already got dynamics built. They have amazing chemistry. Yeah, they have great chemistry. In terms of other ones, round 1, Lubu's men are fine. What's his name? What's the Norse justice god in round 1? He's just annoying. He's just annoying. I don't like him much. Round 2, god-wise, round 2 has Ares. And we all love Ares. We can't diss on Ares. We love Ares. Humanity has Eve, Cain, and Abel. And Michelangelo. But Cain and Abel, like, I love... the bit at the end of round 2 where Adam's punching, and it's just Kane with his face scrunched up, and he's just saying in his mind, "Go down, go down, go down." It's like one of like the saddest bloody panels in Ragnarok. It's so sad. Like it's like so much of Kane. Kane is so. I love Kane in the manga just from his reactions, or just him shouting, "Just give up, come back to us alive, you old man." Oh, Kane stuff just gets to me. It's really great. Round 3 has Musashi. I love Musashi. His son's a little prick. The other swordsmen are pretty cool. Poseidon just doesn't really have any. Round 4 has... Oh, it has Arthur Conan Doyle, who's funny. I guess it's just Ares for Heracles. Round 5 has all the sumos, which they're fine. I love Shiva's because he's just got Rudra and the other Hindu gods and Ganesh and stuff. They're great. Round 6 has Jesus, and we know how much people love Jesus. Does Zero doesn't have any crowd people. What else have we got? I'm just going through all of these now because I'm just trying to remember what they all are. Round 7 has... Does Qin Shi Huang just have his Domi Mommy in the crowd? I think he does. And Hades obviously has Zeus and then bloody Animus. Round 8... Oh, round 8 has the scientists. I love the scientists. The scientists are just... I just love how like they're just trying to one-up each other with saying stuff, and Edison just comes in and just says it first. Oh, they're great. I really love them. And Beelzebub doesn't have a crowd. A lot of the gods just don't have like people in the crowd for them. And then obviously we had round 9. Spartans are... I don't mind them. They're quite annoying. They're quite annoying. I like the bit where Leo dies. I like that moment with them. And Apollo just has fangirls. Yeah, cool. So we've gone through all of them all. My favourite is probably Adam's crowd. They're probably my favourite. But a lot of them are quite good. Don't forget the themes for Wukong versus George is freedom. Yes, Wukong versus George is just going to be just great. George wrestling with his axe. Tengen only has 5 chapters in English, the others are in Spanish. Good thing I don't read Spanish, but I will read the first 5 chapters then. The Spartans were awesome and the Indian gods were cool as well. The Spartans were awesome apart from the bit where they were just yelling at Apollo for not fighting fair. Like, I was like, come on guys, that's not very Spartan of you. Yeah, the Indian gods were so cool. I always forget how good round 5 is. Like, round 5 is so underrated because like people just, when you think good round, most people don't think of round 5, but round 5 is so strong. I'm really looking forward to getting onto the Shiva video. That's gonna be great. Tesla Scientist Group was a fun crowd. Yeah, their dynamic was great. Kane's go down and just come back panels are one of the saddest in the show. Yet they are. For it being Kane, the first murderer, they are just heartbreaking. Yeah, round 2 has so many crowd reaction shots, and it's so effective just because, you know, it is like Adam's the personification of all of humanity. It's great. I love it. Round 7 has the best support groups. Animus is part of the support group of round 7. Are you an Animus fan? What are we talking here? I like Zeus. Zeus is always a great commentator. Does Qin Shi Huang have anyone but it's like surrogate mum? Like, is there anyone else on... I know there's the emperors at the beginning, but like, are there any active in the crowd at the time? I guess he has Sasaki and Okuta, because they're quite active in the crowd. They're active in the commentary there. Everyone crying for Adam was just peak sadness. So much of round 2 is just peak sadness. It's insane. You should read Tenkaichi, an awesome recent tournament manga in 600 Japan. Yes. I've seen it is on my list. I've seen the cover art. I've seen some artwork from it, and it looks really cool. It looks really, really cool. There's no official main character, so most rounds and the stories itself are very unpredictable. Yeah, I've seen stuff for this. I meant to read it the other day. Thanks for reminding me. Everyone loved Beelzebub after he won. Fake ass bitches. Yeah, everyone hates Beelzebub. It's like one of my favorite like crowd reactions is like the beginning of round 3 where Sasaki comes out and this random guy is just like, it's some old man. What the hell are they doing back there? And it's just like, what do you mean? You not like, I guess don't trust him because they just lost twice, but like they see him as an old man. They're like, what are you doing back there? It's I don't know, that moment always like cracks me up. Since some of my stories inspired Ragnarok, I'm making a tournament arc to represent the manga. Oh yeah, I always love hearing about your story ideas, Anime Master. I think you've mentioned. Was it you that mentioned the idea of the serpent in the Garden of Eden being Loki or something, or was that? Am I thinking of something else? Alkong's theme is pride and ego, while Maui's responsibility, Pandora being consequences. That is fire. That slaps. Remember Wukong knocks the Jade Emperor to the edge of the universe, stealing a spot. I do remember that, don't I? I do remember that, which is just hilarious. I felt the saddest when Hades saw his brother right before he died. His feeling of shame and failure tugs at my heartstrings. Hades is such a tragic character. He's someone who was just absolutely, he was chained by, like, I don't think I do round 7 justice in my fights analyze video. So I'm really looking forward to getting around to doing a Qin Huang and Hades videos, just because I feel I really do, I don't do Hades justice, because Hades is a really well written character, and yeah, it's like the tragedy of it. It also, it's incredible how influential Hades actually is on Poseidon and his mindset. I'll be talking about that in the Poseidon video, which will drop in 2 weeks' time, I guess. But yeah, Hades is a lot better. Like, I know people love Hades, but people like Hades because he's sexy. But I think Hades is actually a well-written character. I don't want to say his name. Round 7 is the Battle of Brotherly Kings. Yeah, round 7's really good. Like, I know people go on about how it's just a Gary Stu match, but I think it's really good. Abudi Na Beelzebub already was my favourite god when he decided to fight. Tenkaichi is all gas, no breaks. Get on it right now. Read it live. Read it live. I'm not reading manga live, guys. Reading mangas is it's an intimate thing. I enjoy it. I'm not going to react on stream, guys. So get that idea out your heads now. I wish we got to see more human fighters hanging out. Yeah, we talked about this earlier in stream, but like, I want Nostradamus to just go annoy people. I think it'd be hilarious. Like, imagine if we saw the samurai see Tesla's super tech, or Jack having a tea party with the boy. Tea party with the boys would be amazing. Imagine like end of the series, Ragnarok's over, and we just have Jack just pouring tea for just all the surviving humans. Oh, that'd be great. But yeah, seeing the samurai react to the Tesla's tech would be great. And that's, like I said this earlier, that is kind of one of the cons of the characters. They get introduced just before their rounds. We don't get this overall like narrative presence, or just more character moments for them. Here are the gods that will fight on the god side of the tournament: Artemis, Hercules, Poseidon, Ariane, Daiko. So Artemis. Is it Hercules or Heracles? Like, I'm going to go it's Hercules because you've said Hercules. It should be Heracles. I don't know. What's your Greek-Roman interactions? I'm just interested. Poseidon, Ariane, Daikoku, the Jade Emperor. Nice. Mercury. Okay, so you do have some. So Greek and Roman are just different. Okay, take that what I said about Hercules. Apollo, Zeus, Kronos is a cool one. Nike the shoe. And yes, the Loki thing's me. Oh, cool. That's a pretty fun roster. Artemis and Apollo on the roster. That's pretty fun. Some sibling stuff. Abudi, damn right, love. Tenkaichi. Qingwu, whole thing will be wanted to fight Qing before the current Qing Emperor was disappointing, and he wanted the worthy Emperor to defeat. I like that. It's a good idea. Let me look at the fan roster and get the themes ready. Also, don't cut yourself short, man. The round 7 part was very good. Thanks. Yeah. Like, I still think it was good. It's just I can do it. I think I can do it better. I think basically with the round 7 one, I knew what I want. I couldn't articulate what I wanted to say. Now I think I can, if that makes sense. Because I've read round 7 a few more times since. In Kenga news, Kiryu lost as expected. Akoya goes crazy and sets in his diary is relatable. Justice will prevail is all I'm saying, Kengan wise. Justice will prevail. Anime Master, so you're including Greek and Roman gods. That's cool. Yeah, I agree with this. Like, having Romans and Greeks be separate. I guess in Record of Ragnarok, we've got a Roman and a Greek on the roster, so I guess we're going to have to do something similar in that as well. It'd be funny if the Romans are just like the salty copycats. Oh, no. Have the Romans be the originals,
and the Greeks are copying them, but the Greeks are just more popular than them. So everyone thinks the Romans are like the frauds and the copies when they were the originals. I mean, that'd be pretty fun. I might try write down to Jupiter's backstory. I think that'd be quite funny. I like how people actually respect Setsuna's strength. Yeah, like he's always been really strong, but I guess people just downplayed him a lot. As a Greek, we call him Heracles. Yeah. So Heracles or Hercules. I'm trying to remember. I always call him Heracles because he's Greek. How does the official manga translation spell it? Do they spell it as Heracles or Hercules? I've never checked. I'd like to hope it's spelled Heracles, but I don't know. Don't forget Wukong and Alkong are important in each other's backstory. I've got it written down. Don't worry. In Arabic we call him Heracles as well. Fair enough. Hannibal must have some very good charisma due to having tribals and mercenaries in his army, and they never thought of betraying him. Oh yeah, I just remembered Hannibal's Volante is an elephant. How about that? Yeah, I forgot Hannibal was on the roster. That's pretty cool. What is one panel you definitely want to see in the series? Personally, give me Chin meeting Chunyan again with Avatar. Oh, that would be amazing. Yeah, we need to see that. I want to see. What do I want to see? I want to see. You know when Gol does the arm thing, like the arm smash thing with Heracles, like before round 4. I want to see her do that to Kintoki before, and that's how they've Aloned. They've Aloned by doing that. That's a panel I want to see. But there's so many cool panels I'd like to see. But that's up there. A manly fight. Official manga translators Heracles. Excellent stuff. Good work, translation team. Also, it looks like Oma can read while Kiryu wrote down Shen Wulong as the Tiger's Vessel. The Tiger Vessel thing is just an absolute, as you say, it's just a mess. It's just a bit of a hot mess. I'll trust that Sandro knows what he's doing. What if Anubis has the ability to use collected souls as puppets? That'd be fun. It's like how people wanted Hades to have an army of the dead and Chichiwan to have a terracotta army in their round, which I think would have been cool. But like the fact that people got disappointed because that didn't happen was a bit weird, because like nothing in the series has ever been remotely close to that, so it was a bit of a weird expectation. But yeah, that'd be a cool idea. I'll probably have to wrap stream soonish, so we've probably got about another 10 minutes. So if you want to get your final questions and comments in, we've not really, as usual, we barely discussed the chapter, but you know, it's always a fun time on these streams. Since Buddha's service for Kinchan is done, finding out Siegfried, and we kind of now are in the end of the tournament. I hope we get the remaining humans on the same balcony commentating. Yeah, it'd be I want it so bad, the humans actually interacting, but you know, we'll wait and see. Also about the Kintoki stuff, like all Buddha said was look into Siegfried. He didn't say go down to goddamn down and like fight Solomon and free Siegfried. Like people are like, oh, he's on his journey off down there, but I'm like, he's just looking into him. It doesn't mean he's actually going there. He could just still be around the arena. We should have had Orion fight in Record of Ragnarok. I don't know, Fate gives me ideas. Orion would be cool. That'd be quite a cool one. I like round 9. Great, we got another round 9 fan. I'm always happy to see them. One panel I want to see is Rasputin pissed drunk with his Valkyrie, both hung over right before their fight. I'm really for this. I really want Rasputin to be like a drunk uncle. Like, I know we already had Leonidas in the Hawaiian, so I guess we can't have Rasputin in Hawaiian, but I just have always had the image of Rasputin being like this drunk middle-aged uncle in a Hawaiian, just like drinking like a pina colada or something. That is just what I've always wanted him to be like, but considering it is Record of Ragnarok, he'll probably be very fit. He'll be a very fit man. And if Tesla doesn't have his mustache, I'm going to say Rasputin doesn't have a beard. He's going to be clean shaven. That's my prediction. But him getting drunk with his Valkyrie would be hilarious. Rasputin will be epic. Yeah, Rasputin's always been like one of my less anticipated fighters, just because he's not a historical figure I was too interested in, but because it's been so long and we still have, he's the only character we've not seen yet, like seen the design of. I'm actually now really excited to see what he's like. Alkong backstory is like Chin tragic, but ends with him being king. Well, we'll work some tragedy into it. Don't worry. Jack the Ripper invites everyone for apple pie and Darjeeling tea. I don't know how Jack doesn't have diabetes yet. I want Jack to meet up with them. Say just name drop some random thing from his from his spin-off, and everyone's like, "What we go about?" So who's this Mother Goose you're mentioning? And we just get that. That'd be funny. As the person who requested Houdini for the fan roster, I feel like his Valon should be his jacket / his sleeves, so we can have a card up his sleeve and be like Jack and have God-slaying weapons. Yeah, it's better than what we did. We decided his Valon was his bones, so yeah, that's a better idea than the bones that we decided on. Yeah, so that's better than his boned Valons that we decided on in the what's the word, in the stream. Dagda's backstory would be him using his cauldron to aid humanity, but eventually he would see that humanity then wanted his cauldron for themselves. So I guess it's kind of a little bit like Zero, in like he wanted to help humanity and then it made him become like hateful. I'm not saying it'll be exactly the same for Dagda, but like a similar kind of thing. Actually, there are founder gods that were born at the same time as the universe, and each of the founders are the creators each pantheon have in the series. Oh, that's a cool. I like that idea. That's a really fun idea. So what would the founder gods be? So like, for like Greek, would that be like Gaia or Uranus or something like that? Now our Kong story is done. I got it complete and ready to go. Excellent. Well, next stream we'll be brainstorming all this. We'll get Microsoft Paint up and we'll write shit down. Maybe Word documents would be better. We will sort it out. I just need to get the thumbnail for the stream done, which I'll work on soon. And once that's done, we can get that scheduled in for like maybe next week after. We'll see. Speaking of Mother Goose, I hope they would have had him appear in his fight to hate on him in retrospect. Also hope to see more of MI6 from his spin-off. But the Jack spin-off was too early for its time. Yeah, Mother Goose is a strange character. That whole spin-off's a very strange spin-off, I must say. Do you think Susanoo and or Okuta will have transformations? I don't think Okuta will. It depends what his Volond is, really. It's too early to say. Susanoo, I can see like Susanoo like ripping his shirt off, like samurai wise, maybe at some point. But I don't know if he'll have like a physical transformation. It's Chaos for Greek and then Uranus and Gaia. Oh, Chaos. Oh, that's a cool idea. I like that. That's really cool. That's cool. Yeah. So yeah, they were born from Chaos, weren't they? So Greek and then Uranus. Yeah, cool. Founder gods: Jesus, Christianity, obviously. Brahma, Hindu. Shangdi, Chinese. Muri, Norse. Chaos, Greek. Izanagi, Japan. Yeah, that's all the you got all the major pantheons. I guess that the only other major one you haven't included would be like Egyptian. I mean, like I feel Egyptian. I consider Mesopotamian to be like a big one, like the Sumerian religion. But then I realized most people couldn't even name like Ishtar, and that's a push. So it probably isn't as major as I think it is. And Irish, weirdly, like if anyone's watched Danmachi, how is it? What is it? Is it right to pick up girls in a dungeon? Like that also has gods, but like the main pantheons in that one are Norse, Greek. There's like one Mesopotamian. There's a couple Hindu, and then there's just loads of Irish ones for some reason. There's just a load of Irish ones, and I never consider like Irish, the Irish pantheon one of the big ones, but it is. The Jack spin-off is something I'd write while LST for Lady Anne is best mother in the Record Ragnarok verse. Are you questioning Eve, our collective mother? Now Eve's best mum. I don't know what you're on about. We need Heracles spin-off next with the 12. Oh, 12 Labours spin-off would be amazing. I've heard the rumours are that Tesla's getting the next one. I can't remember where I heard that, but that's the rumours I've heard. So yeah. Do you think Setsuna is waking up or dying? I don't think he'll die. Like, Kengan does kill his characters off, but I just don't think he will. There's too many. We're not far enough into the main conflict. Like, we haven't reached like the final. Like, we've obviously got this tournament of the best coming up. Then we've got another Annihilation tournament. I imagine Omega will end with the Annihilation Tournament. I imagine that's where all the plot lines will converge, so I imagine it survive till that. Reckon the Ragnarok spin-off of Ares being the jobber of Olympus. What I'd give for an Ares spin-off. You can even have Gull and Ares spin-offs, guys. What do you reckon? Have them both in the manga. What manga are like? Wait, where are we up to? What manga are like for that? I need to read. I don't know what you're talking about, AV University. It's probably just me not understanding, but could you clarify what this means? I might just be doing a dumb Seth moment. Also, does anyone here read Undead Unluck? Like, we did the first Undead, like, someone on chat was, like, requesting it the other day. We did have our first Undead Unluck video on the channel. It's not great. It's because I was trying to rush to get one out, but, like, I hadn't reread the series yet, so it's not great, and there's not much, but I've reread the series now. And I forgot just how fucking... Oh, I almost swore on the street. How amazing Record of Ragnarok is. Undead Unluck is. If you haven't read Undead Unluck, read it. It's genuinely one of the best mangas I've ever read. It's so good. So I want to start pumping videos out for that. I don't know if they do well or not. But yeah, it's got some of the... It's one of those series where you can tell that the writer knows exactly how it's going to end and knows the world in and out before chapter 1. Because there's stuff that just seems inconsequential in like the early chapters that you wouldn't ever imagine or need to be plot points. And then like 50 chapters later, you realize it's actually like this big massive plot point and stuff like that. It's great. I love it. It's so good. Anyway, back on topic. I'd actually love to see a spin-off of Poseidon. Poseidon would be good. I just don't. Poseidon would need to be like a Lubu one. Like, it wouldn't be one where Poseidon's doing a plot. It would be one where it's just showcasing stuff Poseidon does. Because I just don't... Poseidon is, as a character, fundamentally does not change. And because of that... because of that, I just don't see him having any meaningful character arcs over, like, a manga. So it probably needs to be more like Lubu's, but it would be quite cool. I read it 3 days ago. It was nice. Nice. Yeah, it's really good. I've missed a few here. I missed Realist Medal, Horus the God of Kings. That's another god that slipped my mind. Okay, cool. Sorry, I missed that one. What mangas are like Record of Ragnarok that I need to read? Majo Tyson would be up there. It's basically just woman Record of Ragnarok, basically. It's very, very similar series. In terms of other ones, I wouldn't say Kengan and Baki are particularly like Record of Ragnarok, but like there's a lot of crossover between Baki, Kengan, and Record of Ragnarok fans, I find. So you'll probably enjoy them. If you were wondering why Kronos was in the tournament with Zeus, then it's because he was resurrected by Lucifer after Zeus killed him. And yes, Kronos wants his get back. I'm really looking forward to this. I write as well, so I know how long stuff like this takes. So, you know, it sometimes takes years to get stuff done, but like I'm waiting patiently, but in anticipation, because I really want to check your story out because it sounds really fun. Also, did you read God Game like I suggested? Oh yeah, Did I read the first chapter? I've got it open on a tab somewhere. So I think I've read the first chapter. If not, it's like on the list. But I get so many recommendations, but I will read it. I promise. I had to put everything on hold while I reread Undead Unluck, and I've had to reread Record of Ragnarok again for the character analysis videos. So I'm an immense amount of free time for manga and anime, but like so I do have to prioritize stuff for the channel. But yeah. Tenkaichi, yeah, people have been recommending that a lot. And Tokyo Ghoul, yeah, cool. Ghoul, the last Valkyrie that wins Ragnarok, she meets the last Valkyrie. I know, yeah. I said it in my Ghoul video when did my Ghoul video come out? Did my Ghoul video come out Christmas? Yeah, my Ghoul video came out Christmas Day, didn't it? Yeah, I mentioned that in my Ghoul video, but yeah, I think Ghoul definitely is going to be the Valkyrie at the end. Mona Lisa's design is effing sick. Yeah, Mona Lisa's sick. I love Marikuri's design. I think that's sick as hell. We need a Leo, Shiva, and Apollo spin-off. I'd love a spin-off like every character, to be honest with you. Like, damn, oh my god. Also, there's this new tournament manga with different countries fighting. So they've each one... Oh, yeah, I heard about this. Yeah, I've heard about this. I really need to check this out as well because this sounds. I saw this the idea of countries having representatives. I saw this as like a Reddit prompt a couple of years ago, and it just got into a big argument of who. I think in the United Kingdom we got given Richard Lionheart, and everyone's complaining like we don't want his bum, we want Robin Hood. So that was pretty funny. Rico Sensen is nice, yeah. The first fight is good so far. Canada fighter has bad hair, and the Italy guy looks like Markiplier. uh, I'm probably gonna have to end stream like now. Time's getting away with me. We've been streaming a bit longer than I planned to, so yeah. Last questions, get them in like now. Otherwise, we'll be calling stream here. Have you seen the Undead Unluck anime? It looks good, but the pacing is a little slow. I I watch a lot of seasonal animes, so I know what a bad anime is like. I think Undead Unluck is a good adaptation. I will admit the pacing's a little slow. Like, it isn't a One Piece or anything, but like it has a lot of unnecessary flashbacks. I think it's gotten worse the last two. I think the last two episodes, like the stuff that happened in the most recent episode, I thought that plus a bit more was going to happen in the episode beforehand. They really stretched out the Chikara recruitment scene, and like the betrayal scene like was way stretched out as well. So I think the pacing at the moment's been pretty bad, but the openings are really good. I think the animation's fine. I think the art style really translates to the anime. Soundtrack's good. Overall, I like it. I think I'm not ashamed to recommend. I'd still recommend the manga over the anime, but it's not like a record Ragnarok where I'd be like, don't touch the anime with like a 6-foot pole. Just read the manga. I think you're fine to watch, and then like you're not losing out on anything. But yeah, that was fine. Wasn't Richard French? Yeah, Richard was French and then came over and conquered. We didn't really conquer. Like, he took the throne, but but he was French. And if you know anything about British people, we hate the French. So it was a bit of an insult. Honestly, can't wait for next chapter to see the fighting. Yeah, it's been like 4 chapters now. No, 3. Yeah, it's been 3 chapters of no fighting. How long will Susanoo's sword remain in cloth? I imagine next chapter we're going to see it revealed. We need the Shiva, Apollo, and Leah spin-off manga. Yeah. Because Shinshigami lore is nice, and Okuta's personality being gradually more revealed will be interesting to analyse. Especially when Okuta almost didn't want to fight Susanoo. Yeah, I'm really excited to see Okuta shaping up. It's like mainly spite that I want him to be like the best written character in the series, just to spite the Okuta haters. I hope it gets to season 2, but it's not looking popular enough to get one. Yeah, that's one of the issues. Like, I think Undead Luck is good from the beginning, but I wouldn't say it's amazing. I'd say it gets. I think we're getting like the next 2 episodes. I think is when the story gets really, really good. So maybe that'll save it. I don't know, but it's annoying where it doesn't get really, really good till like now, and then it stays really, really good until you get to like chapter 110, around then. If you're a manga reader, you know what I'm talking about. There's a time skip like event, and everything past that it gets even better. So like I think Undead looks good, then it has a massive improvement in how good it is around the 4 seasons arc, and then when we get to like chapter 100ish, it gets a lot better than then, and like currently it's really, really good. But yeah, we will see. Even if it doesn't get a second season, we're going to be ending season 1 on like one of my favorite parts of the manga. So I'm glad at least that bit will be animated. Where are we up to? Also, I prefer Xiang Yu's design in Tengen Hero Wars. Yeah, cool. Fair enough. Subreddit tears will be delicate when the GOAT Okuta wins. They won't be. They'll just deny it. They'll just deny it. They'll say Poseidon solos. Okay, I'm gonna end stream there, guys. Thank you all for coming along, being a great chapter review. I will try get the fan backstories stream ready for hopefully next week, if not the week after. So that's the plan. Everyone's saying it's not for them and stop talking about it. Yeah, that's the issue with Undead Luck, because it starts like is weirdly ecchi, like for the first few episodes, and that kind of just completely disappears. But it's just kind of weird that it starts like that, and I think that puts people off. And I feel with Under Luck, I feel a lot of people get hooked once you get to the roundtable stuff, but obviously it takes a few episodes to get to the roundtable stuff. But yeah, in other manga news, Chainsaw Man has been good, but it feels a lot slower compared to when I binged part 1. Yeah, for Chainsaw Man, I agree. I think ever since we've had the Falling arc, I think it's been a bit all over the place. But when you read part 1 for the first time, I also felt like that for some aspects. And if I know one thing about Fujimoto, everything's important. Nothing's wasted. There's no wasted panels, no wasted dialogue. Everything comes together. And I have such faith in him that I'm just along for the ride. And I'm sure once part 2 ends, all this stuff that at the moment seems superfluous will amount to something really cool. Okay. No more comments, guys. Abudi, see ya. Thanks, guys. Everyone's saying... One more comment. Aries at school Valentine's video will definitely be something. And that's what we're ending it on that. No more. We're ending it on the Aries school stuff. At least the horse and Loki didn't get mentioned. So, see you guys.